Well, Famous Brands has delayed its entry of steers into the UK market because economic conditions don't justify it. However, the South African Gold Coin Exchange has opened a branch of its Scoin stores in London, with today, once again, the gold price hitting record levels above $1,150 an ounce. Alan Demby is Executive Chairman of the South African Gold Coin Exchange. This is the first shop outside South Africa. Alan, good evening.
Yes, good evening to you, Bruce. I'm actually phoning you from Cairn. I'm actually at MAPIC, which is the international market for retail real estate, and then I'm off to London. We're opening up our shop in this new development called Whitfield in London. And I suppose we couldn't ask for a better combination of factors, a high gold price and lower rents. It's a golden opportunity to expand overseas.
Was this a London opportunity, or was this just simply the first step of going global?
Yes, I think it's the first step of going global. We've actually had an international website for the last 2 years, and we've been doing a lot of business not only with the UK clients, but around the world. And we thought that the approach of having bricks and mortar together with our internet site would just add to the whole offering. And as it's working in South Africa, we thought, what a perfect opportunity. And England being a perfect opportunity, low interest rates, there's really no opportunity cost anymore to invest in gold with such low interest rates. I think what's happened in the last year with the fallout in the financial markets and the difficulty that investors have had with their share investments and to a greater extent property investments in the UK, and I suppose the failure of some of the banks in the UK and, of course, in America, it's a perfect opportunity to invest in gold. And I think the mere fact that gold is at $1,150 is proof positive that people are starting to realize that all the money that has been pumped into the system in the form of dollars and this quantitative easing is that you should be putting some of your hard-earned cash into some real assets.
Yeah, but the place where you're going to be selling out of is in Shepherd's Bush. Now, the last time I was in Shepherd's Bush, it wasn't quite New Bond Street or it wasn't quite Knightsbridge. Why did you choose that as a location? It doesn't sort of have the appeal of the West End, perhaps, for something as glittering as a coin store.
Well, it's true, but, you know, the actual shopping mall itself is probably the best shopping mall in the UK and probably one of the finest in the world.
I looked at it online. It looks pretty good, yes.
And, you know, they've attracted people like Tiffany, De Beers, Louis Vuitton. So, you know, all the top retailers are there. And I suppose it was driven more by the fact that in South Africa, all our stores are in shopping malls, and we've been looking specifically for a shopping mall environment. But it seems to work with our customers while the couples are out shopping and the ladies are doing their bit, the husbands can browse around in our stores and before you know it...
You hope, Alan, you hope. If I bought a Kruger Rand in March using Rands, Alan, I'd be down, 20-30% on my investment. That's courtesy of the Rand, of course, because we know the strong Rand has taken some of the joy out of investing in gold in the last couple of months. But by taking it into London, you're actually buying it, you're paying the dollar price for the commodity.
Yes. Well, in fact, in the UK context, interestingly enough, they've been through the same experience that many South Africans have experienced over the last number of years, is that to a greater or lesser extent, people in South Africa who have done particularly well with their Kruger Rand investments has often been as a result of the weak exchange rate. And in fact, last year when sterling sort of dropped about 25% against the dollar, probably the one store of value, or the one investment that really held up well, were those people who had invested in gold coins. So I think even in the UK context, they've also resorted to quantitative easing, and I think people also, to a certain extent, are distrustful of sterling. And what better way than to actually put your money into gold rather than keep it in the bank, earning maybe 1 or 2%, with the possibility that your bank might also go under.
Alan Demby, talking up gold. He's the executive chairman of the South African Gold Coin Exchange. Thank you, Alan, on the line to us from Cannes in France tonight.